Hey everybody, Strider's back with another daily casting. Sorry I took a couple days off. I had some medical issues that I had to deal with. You know how it goes, I'm sure. So right now, we're going to be casting another high ELO game. This is actually one of the guys from my friends list, Qualm. He's a pretty good friend of mine. And he's, I think, 2100 rated, and also 4-not paroL, which I believe is 2200 rated. So this, to me, is going to be a very interesting match, because I got two guys that are good friends of mine, great players, fantastic people in general, so I'm very, very excited to hop into this game, and hopefully this number one incorporated connects so that we don't have to deal with an AFK, because nobody likes AFKs. Also, Twitch. I think this Twitch is probably gonna go. Yeah, he's going 80 carry. That's gonna be interesting. I'm not actually sure how the Vayne Twitch matchup works. I know Twitch has the highest AD out of any other AD caster, although I'm not 100% sure on how much. And so it's very possible if he doesn't take AD runes and quints, that Vayne could be about the same. Oh, okay, so Ahri did connect. That's really, really good. Okay, so it looks like our mid matchup is going to be Mordekaiser, number one Brazil, hue, against Ahri, the Midnight Ahri, which is one of my favorite skins. That is the one I own, actually. So I'm really excited about that. That matchup is going to be pretty good. I'm going to assume that Ahri might come up on top of that one. Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes, but Mordekaiser, he does have a relatively long range on his E. It's very, very deceptive how long of a range it is. But he has a lot of shield to withstand a lot of the damage, early damage that Ahri puts out. And Ahri is going to be able to lifesteal off minions from her spells. So it should be pretty interesting to see how everything goes. We might see a level 1 engage, which would be very, very fun. I love level 1 fights. I saw one on the Reddit forums where a Soraka got a pentakill on level 1. It was like one of my favorite videos. It's one of those things that it rarely ever happens. Like, first of all, getting a pentakill is super, super rare, and then getting it at level 1 is even more rare. Getting it as Soraka is even more rare. But I mean, is insane. I strongly recommend you guys check it out. Yeah, it looks like red team is definitely throwing on the strong engage. They have a lot of really, really powerful CC early game, because they have a condemn into a wall. They have Ahri charm. They have pulverize. They have Jax counter strike. They have Taric dazzle. And then blue team is okay on CC. I mean, they have the rupture. They have Janna tornado. Maybe a pole. Maybe. But it looks like they are going to go for the wolves, because the blue team assumed that the red team went for their blue. So they're going to come in here, and they might run into all of them. Yes, we might get a rupture. No, it looks like it's going to back off right away. Okay, so they burn the flash on the Alistar. That's really, really good. Ahri throws out a charm. Does hit it. They does hit the rupture as well with Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is getting chased away from the Vayne. They will need to disengage this fight, because that is going to be very, very dangerous. Janna missed her tornado on quite a few of them. Her Howling Gale was missed. Dazzler came out. They're doing a dance here. Mordekaiser does get exhausted, so he's not able to put on as much damage as he wants. Twitch comes in. Oh, the rupture lands. They get a summoner heal going on. We might see a summoner heal go up on our team. Yes, summoner heal goes up on the blue team. Twitch is going in for that kill. Twitch does get that kill. That was a great move by Twitch. He was able to get that ambush on, go invisible. Twitch is probably going to be able to pick up that kill. Yes, he does. I'm not sure if they were able to see him. Oh, they do exhaust the Alistar. Alistar might be able to get away. No. Wow, okay, so Twitch is cleaning house right now. Twitch has 3 kills, a level 1 fight. Again, he's so scary. And Twitch looks like he's going for the Ahri too. They might have seen Twitch from that red ward, though. The ward that they had. Okay, so yeah, Twitch is going to back off. It's not safe for him to stay there any longer because their whole team is spawned. He needs to go back. He needs to get his starting items to get ahead of this game. Mordekaiser is out of potions, and he's not at full health, so this is going to be pretty dangerous for him too. I think he might end up just pushing this lane really, really hard, going back, getting a few potions. He did get 3 assists, so he does have a little bit of money, so he might be able to get a Heart of Gold, or I'm not exactly sure, maybe start an Amplifying Tome to start working on as well the Ancients super early. We'll see how it goes. Most likely he'll probably just get like a ward, maybe 2, some potions. He doesn't get Amplifying Tome, and ward and potions. Okay, so he did everything that I thought. Yay for me knowing stuff. Darius against Jax. This will be an interesting fight because Darius does have a lot of really powerful spells, but Jax is just an overall really strong champion. He actually missed him with that spell, so yeah, missed him with the crippling strike. Jax missed him with the counter strike, which is good because then that would have made Darius be stunned for a little bit, and he might have gotten an empowered strike on him as well, which actually might. I've already gotten it. I wasn't quite sure. Jax is going to be backing and recalling. I'm not sure what he might be going for, but he does have quite a bit of CS. He is still low. He's okay, so he's going to go back and get some boots and a couple sight wards and health potions. That's going to give him a little bit of early dominance. I think they're a little worried about the Twitch, but they may not know that Twitch is 80 bottom, so they shouldn't be wary of him too much. There hasn't been too many pink wards. I don't think they... Okay, so yeah, there is a pink ward for the blue side on this bush, and I think that's just to counteract any pink ward that Taric may throw down in this bush, or really just any ward in general, but Twitch kind of wants to be able to go in and out of bushes and make the team terrified, because they're going to have to sit there almost all game. If Twitch goes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of that bush, they're going to have to call... He's missing, he's missing, he's missing, and it strikes fear in everybody, because if a Twitch is just all of a sudden behind you and you don't have flash, or you can't get away, you get exhausted, something like that, you get stunned, it's so scary, because he just stacks on his poisons and then he expunges you, and it's pretty much a good game for you at that point in time. Mordekaiser picking up the early red buff, which is a little odd, I would say, but might give him some... Well, it will give him some additional pushing power. I'm just not really sure if he's going to get too much in attacking range against this Ahri. So I'm not quite sure where that's going to come into play. Looks like the Jax and Darius lane are going to go pretty even, pretty hand in hand. They have about the same items, and my FPS is going crazy for some reason. It's a pretty good zone. They are going to go in. They're going to exhaust, and they are coming in. Qualm does, or Mordekaiser does get condemned against that wall. He is able to get away. He does get the Vayne Ghost. He's going to send the Vayne Ghost after it to take the tower and possibly take down... Yes, looks like Vayne's going to take it out. Oh, no! Wow! Okay, so Mordekaiser got down to about 10 health there. Oh, so close. Luckily, Darius did have a ward in river, so he was able to see the Alistar come up and try to gank. They do know that Alistar's up top, so that's Darius signaled everybody at bottom to take their blue buff, because they knew the blue buff was back up. It's not a good sign for Ahri, because Ahri doesn't necessarily need blue buff, but it really helps her spam, and being able to spam as any AP carry helps you in farm, helps you in harassing, just helps you overall. And you can't really underestimate that ability. I mean, a lot of times you can spam without it, just not nearly as much. Oh, looks like... Oh no! Twitch almost got down. Wow, that was a really close battle between Vayne and... Vayne, Taric, and the Twitch. I was surprised Twitch actually even got Vayne that low, going a 2v1 when Taric has a stun. And all that other good stuff. So they did see Twitch go back from the vision they got from their creeps. They are probably going to push this bottom lane really hard and go back, get some items, and come back. Try to make Twitch lose out on its experience. Yeah, so that is the best option that they can do, because they really don't want that Twitch more farm than he already is. You got 3 kills, 2 assists, and it's only been 8 minutes in the game. It's going to be relatively hard to deal with that later on in the game when it gets to the team fights. The one thing that the red team does not want to do is fight into a tight corridor, like right here type thing, or right in here. They don't want to tight. They really don't want a tight fight, because once Twitch throws on the spray and pray, he can just chunk through so many people, especially once he gets some items and he starts critting with the spray and pray. I mean, he can spray and pray for, what is it, 7 seconds? Oh man, it's been a long time since I've played Twitch. Alright, so last 12 seconds are 5 attacks. So he can shoot 5 attacks, but the thing is that each time it hits, it can crit. So if it goes through all 5 people, it can crit 5 times if he's lucky enough. So he can do 5 shots with 5 crits each shot, which is 25 crits, which is massive in a team fight. There's no way you're gonna get out of that. It's so powerful. I think it's highly underrated. Most people that play Twitch, a lot of times they just use it for farming purposes. I'm gonna actually go back on that one, because I want to see what happened. Okay, so Mordekaiser ulted the Vayne, and Vayne looks like he is gonna go down. No, Vayne does get away, but does pick him up. Taric does exhaust Mordekaiser and then stuns him into tower range, but Janna is going to tank the tower for just a little bit, and they're going to be able to take him out. So Qualm is able to, I keep calling him by his name. Anyway, Mordekaiser is able to pick up that other kill, and so he's 2 and 5. Twitch is 4 and 3. Yeah, like I said, Twitch a lot of times use spray and pray just to clear the creep wave. It's that simple. You can clear a creep wave super easily. Obviously, it's just, you know, 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was a crazy. I kind of want to go back to that one too. So this is going to be a really good fight. I'm kind of excited for this. So Darius does. Oh, Jax does get the stun on him, but he is stacking up. He's stacking up. Oh no! Barely killed him. Okay, so the ignite took down Darius. But it was so close. Those hemorrhage stacks just stacked up and was able to deal the amount of damage that he needed. He got up to 5 stacks, and then he used his Noxian Guillotine, and it was pretty much over at that point. Because once you use Noxian Guillotine, it doesn't take away those stacks of hemorrhage. It just, in fact, it adds one on. I'm pretty sure if you don't have 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can catch back up to the live game. See what's going on here. Janna's going to start roaming. They were able to take that bottom tower relatively early at 11 minutes. I'm surprised nobody's gone for Dragon yet. There's actually no wards at Dragon directly. So if anybody comes from the blue buff, down here or Tribush down here, they're going to be able to get that. And okay, so it looks like Darius is getting ganked here by the Alistar. He does flash out, but he does get punched down. They do double flash for that kill, so their flashes on top are both down. So that's going to be really powerful for them. Vayne looks like he's going down. Vayne might be going down. Don't go down, Vayne. Okay, so yeah, Vayne gets expunged, and they're going to be chasing after the Taric. That was a great rupture by the Cho'Gath. Doesn't really get much better than that. Mordekaiser is chasing after him. He might actually get one more hit. Yes, nice. He does get the ghost, so he might push this lane and try to take top tower. We'll kind of see how it goes from there. I'm gonna still try to get up back to live. Twitch is doing a lot more work than I expected him to do, which is pretty awesome. And the replay function decides to stop working properly. Maybe that happens. Alright, so we're back. Yeah, so like I said, that ghost on the tower, just to let it tank the tower for a super long time, just enables you to take down towers so fast. Especially as Mordekaiser gets more fed, more health, more AP, the ghost does more damage, and it's also based on the items that the person you killed has. Oh, That's not good. Mordekaiser does get dropped down to almost dead, but Jax decides to back off and not pursue the kill as he is unsure where everybody else is. But they were able to pick up the dragon. Blue team did pick up the dragon. Kills are 11-2. It's like a 7-8k gold difference right now. It's really, really huge. They were able to get the rupture onto the Taric, and they did. Wow, that was a great. So they feasted it. He's tanking the tower for a little bit, but yeah, Twitch is going to go down. That's really not good because Twitch had a killing spree, so he's worth a lot more gold than everybody else. And also Cho'Gath does go down. He does lose a feast stacks from that. So that was a very, very poor exchange for the red team as they lost a killing spree and they also lost to Cho'Gath, who has additional stacks. Wow, the Noxian Guillotine just ripping apart the Ahri, everything. So it was perfect. He stood right here in the dark corner, waited for Ahri to come around and try to go after that Janna, and just was no dice. Mordekaiser ults, and he is going to flash on there. Janna picks it up with a Howling Gale. Not the best person to put it on, but you know what? Whatever gets you more wards, that's all that matters, I suppose. So the Alistar Ghost is going to tank that for a while, and it looks like they might send it onto the next tower after some of the creeps. Yeah, so they're going to get a little bit, a nice little chunk of damage down on this tower as well. As you can see, that Ghost is seriously like an additional person. So they did finally get the turret down. I was a little bit worried there. Darius almost went down just from taking turret aggro. And top tower has a nice tasty creep wave up there. So yeah, Darius is going to go up there and to farm that, and then he's probably going to recall and go get some more items. So as of now, they have 4 towers up against 0. And let's check out the gold counts. Gold counts are relatively high. Oh no, Cho'Gath is about to get caught again. Oh, that's really not good. They both popped their... Yeah, Spear Rush from Ahri is just too powerful. And she's going to condemn him into that. No, it doesn't even need to condemn. Yeah, and again, that was a really bad trade. Going 2 against 5. Cho'Gath lost his feast stacks again. And Mordekaiser lost his killing spree. It's really, really bad for the team. Twitch does get revealed and does get jumped on and was taken out by Jax and Vayne. And Ahri, of course, but... It's a lot of craziness going on. Looks like blue team is about to throw away the game. They had it in so much control, but they're starting to bring it back now. 16 minutes into the game now. And again, back to the gold counts. Looks like the person with the most gold in the game is Twitch, mainly because he has 7 kills on 111 creep kills. He's doing great at farming, you know, minions and creeps. I am surprised they're trying to take this Baron. That's a little intense. This is a really, really eerie Baron because Baron doesn't even spawn until 15 minutes. So doing this early is incredibly dangerous. Mordekaiser does have a really nice single target DPS. Cho'Gath does have his feast and smite, so that's a lot of true damage. And Mordekaiser is going to get popped out here, but he does land the rupture. Rupture does miss on everybody. Looks like he's going to flash over. Yeah, okay. So Mordekaiser is definitely going down here. They blow a lot of their ults trying to get him down. Yeah. He doesn't quite get that Noxian Guillotine up on the first kill. Twitch is going to come in from behind and possibly get a double kill here. Yeah, so he's trying to line up the double kill right now. Yeah, so he does get that 1 kill. And he's going to go for the Ahri now. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch up. Janna is just kiting everybody. Janna is basically the kite master. She just gets away from everything at all times. And Ahri has no idea that she's being stalked right now. So scary. Really scared for this Ahri's life, and her ult is down, and so Twitch can slow her down, and then oh, that was so dirty. She turned around to charm him, and he just flashed diagonally, so he could still auto attack her and get everything that he needed to be done. That was beautiful, beautiful play by Twitch. It doesn't get much better than that. It really, really does not. And with that, at that point, there was nothing Ahri could do. Ahri did what she needed to do because if she didn't throw the charm, Twitch would have killed her. If she threw the charm, Twitch flashed. So it was just a lose-lose situation, unfortunately. It looks like they are pinging for Baron again, and I'm not sure if they should be able to see a red team's ward with blue team's pink ward pretty easily. They do have a ward in that little bush too, so it's going to be a little tad scary. Janna is going to get chased here. Mordekaiser is dangerously in their jungle. We're going to see how this plays out. Looks like they're going to try to start a Baron fight. Twitch is bottom, so it's not the best thing to do for the blue team. It's a good idea for the red team. Oh, Noxian Guillotine on the Alistar. It's not the best thing to do, but he is able to do a little bit of damage. Does get charmed by Ahri. Ahri does her Spirit Rush to get in there. And she might actually take her out. Yes, the Noxian Guillotine again. Does take her down and is going to get a third one. Yes, we're going to get another Noxian Guillotine. Jack's the only one left. He is able to get out the Jax. The Alistar Ghost does die. Oh, this is going to be real bad news. Yes. Wow, okay, so Jax is just going to clean this up and basically just get a triple kill all by himself. Oh, this is a great save by Alistar. Oh, and Twitch is coming in. Now he has a counter strike. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage to that Twitch. I don't know if he'll be able to survive it though. He does have a lot of lifesteal. Cho'Gath was able to take him down. That was a really close fight. Jax just went into man mode there. Complete and utter man mode. That's all he had was his cutlass, a phage, and then 2 Doran's blades. He did have red buff, which helped, but that was insane. That was absolutely insane. They're paying for dragons, so hopefully we will see a dragon fight as well. Just keep the action coming. Keep the action coming. It looks like red team is starting to come back, but as far as the gold count goes, they've actually fallen further behind. Or the blue team. Oh no, yeah, the red team, sorry. Red team has fallen further behind, which is quite interesting because it seems like they've been holding their own in a lot of these team fights. They've been coming up almost even in trades. I guess since they've gone a little bit lower, but well, over time they've definitely steadied out their losses as far as instead of just losing 2 and not gaining any, like losing 2 deaths and not gaining any deaths. They're starting to trade like 2 for 2s and 3 for 3s and sometimes even a little bit more. So we're really going to see they do have a pink ward in the middle of the river now. So it's going to be very scary for Twitch if Twitch did not see that go down. I really hope he did, because I don't really want to see one of those insta-gib Twitches, even though he's so squishy. Infinity Edge Seal, yeah, he 1500 health. So I'm not exactly sure how Twitch plans on staying alive in a lot of these team fights. As far as I know, Jax is just going to man mode him. Just flat out jump on him and empower strike and do everything he can. I would assume that Twitch would get some form of health item. I don't know exactly what he would get, but let's hope he does something. Alistar looks like, yeah, he's going to ward over the edge, so they're going to have vision on the Baron now. But blue team does not have an oracle or any form of pink ward, so they're not going to be able to get rid of that ward until they go back and do that. Once they start going back, it's very possible that red team starts the fight on the Baron, which I still think is incredibly early. It's still only 22 minutes. This is where the Baron doesn't necessarily break the game, but it sets the snowball in the pace for breaking the game. The only other times where I think Baron is super effective / risky is at around the 40-minute mark, 45 minute mark, where the death timers are almost a minute. So if you die in a Baron fight and then your team loses Baron, you cannot come back from that. And even if your team does get Baron, but you lose 2 or 3 people, it's possible that you're not going to be able to do anything with that Baron. Cho'Gath used his feast stack right at the beginning, which is very interesting. I did not see that because usually they would use it almost as a smite at the end. So yeah, it looks like the red team was able to steal that, and Janna does throw out her Monsoon to try to ult. Twitch does his spray and pray to get as much DPS as he can, and he is going to go after that Jax now. He was able to pick up that Jax, get the triple kill. Wow, I can't believe that hit him. I can't believe that smashed him against the wall. That was a great job by Vayne. Vayne was able to pick everything up there. Twitch did what he could, but I think using that, using the feast was a very bad idea on the Cho'Gath's part. I think he should have saved it for the end so they could have timed it with the smite, and that would have been a much safer way of doing it. I'm still not sure if they would have gotten it. Still don't know because Jax did jump in there with his stun, but at that point, he wouldn't have been at the health to get it smited away. So we're going to see what comes up with this, because there are only 2 people on the red team with Baron. Luckily for the blue team it's not Jax, but it's still Vayne, and Vayne is one of the best hyper carries in the game, hands down. Just the amount of true damage and attack speed that she just shoots out is insane. Although she doesn't have any BF items, which is mildly surprising. Looks like she's rushing Fan Dancer just so she can get the procs off on her Silver Bolts as much as possible. I've seen a few of them do that. She does have a Wriggle, so they are going to be able to take out dragons and neutral buffs pretty easily. She's able to farm so very effectively, and as you can tell from that fight, she's able to clean up the fights with ease. And that's really all an AD carry does. I mean, usually they need to kind of go after the tanks. They need to rip through the tank line. Cho'Gath doesn't have, well, he does now, but he didn't have a whole lot of health. He's still only at the 3 feast stacks. We would like to see him at around 5 or 6 so that we can get him significant more health. And Jax is going to start snowballing out of control, though. He almost has his... oh, Mordekaiser does get caught. They do pop her ult. Oh, the spray and pray does not quite hit it. It was a good attempt by Twitch. Twitch was almost able to pick that up. Twitch has had 13 kills, 177 CS. So still being able to beat out that Vayne as much as possible. But Vayne is going to be recalling, and they're not going to be able to see her. Good move by Vayne. Vayne's doing as much farming as she can, as safely as she can. With that Quicksilver Sash, that is going to help immensely. I'm not exactly sure if it clears out Mordekaiser's ult, though. I'll have to check that. Removes all debuffs from your champion. Let's see. They're cursed. It's possible. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen a Quicksilver Sashed on Mord. I don't know. I always remember people using like cleanse and it not cleansing off Mordekaiser's ult, but we'll see how it goes. So here's where our fight's going to start. Twitch is scouting and is able to see everything. They don't have an Oracle yet, and he's going to get a perfect spray and pray off on this. And Jax jumps instantly on this Twitch and was able to just almost instigate when Janna tried to save him with the Monsoon, but it was not fast enough. And he just flashed back in. Taric is getting chased away, and Vayne is still kiting like crazy. They are going to get this Darius possibly. Oh, Darius is barely taking that Vayne out with the whole team there. Great play. The only survivor on the red team is Taric. Taric is supporting only, as you can tell. So they're going to try to take down this top tower and inhibitor. I don't think there's much of anything Taric can do about it. They are going to... oh! So they really wanted to kill... Mordekaiser definitely flashed in there trying to pick up that kill. It was so close, but not quite good enough. Taric was really fast on that stun, so was able to get it. But with that Taric's distraction, even without him dying, he did have to use his stun and his flash just to get away, but they did not take the inhibitor, and that's what really matters. Saving that inhibitor is huge already. And the red team is coming back a little bit, as you can see. They're only 7k gold behind now when they were at 10. So we're gonna see how much, how many more fights we can get this into until it gets to that. So once it's that 40-minute mark, it's whoever dies is going to be at a severe disadvantage because they're going to be down for about a minute instead of like 40 seconds. 40 seconds is even a long time, 30, 40 seconds, but once you get to the minute mark and higher than a minute, it's terrifying. Twitch was not quite able to jump on that Ahri, but oh, he did flash over the wall and predict it perfectly. Ahri just got completely outplayed there, and that was a great move by Twitch, and they are going to take this blue buff now. Jax does successfully run away, although Jax and Vayne are really what's keeping them in this fight. Really well. They're the ones that's bringing them back. They have 2 hyper carries, and they have the Taric with a lot of the armor buff and everything. See, look at Vayne just ripping everybody apart. Even Jax is like doing work. So they are able to get around Jax with the Twitch coming in, and it looks like, yeah, okay, yeah. Darius flashed for the ult, and Vayne tried to condemn him, but it didn't quite go in time. It's very depressing, but it does happen. Taric got double popped up and then feasted. That's just painful. They're going to take this inhibitor, and they're probably going to swing top to take that inhibitor as well. We'll see how it goes. They might push for the win, but I don't know if they have enough time. It doesn't look like they'll have enough time, but it looks like they're just trying to push it, maybe take down 1 tower anyway. Oh, looks like they may have time event after all. Vayne set up for 5 seconds, but Jax is back up. Yeah, so they're going to have to disengage this pretty quickly, or else they're going to get caught out of position, and they're going to lose a lot of manpower. They were able to instantly blow up the Ahri. Ahri was trying to pick up the Mordekaiser. Yeah, so Jax is going to just chump this up, and actually Vayne is going to chunk down the Mordekaiser. Oh, Mordekaiser tried to do as much burst as he could, but he was not successful. And like I said, 4 of them are now down, and it's going to give Red Team a free Baron this time around instead of one that they had to steal. Either way, Ahri's death was definitely worth it to get the 4 kills. I mean, that was a 1-for-4 exchange and a Baron. That was an excellent trade. Headbutt the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is going to try to feast it. Cho'Gath successfully feasts it. Wow. They let the Cho'Gath. They couldn't CC the Cho'Gath long enough. Oh man, that's painful. Okay, so it was a trade for a trade. That was the #1 sacrifice right there, Cho'Gath, for the Baron buff. The surprise Taric didn't actually go to the bear with him. Getting the extra armor and everything, and plus the extra stun, it would have been very useful for them to be able to use that. The thing is that nobody was alive except for Cho'Gath when they took the Baron. So the only thing they got from that was the money. Cho'Gath got the buff, then of course he died instantly. It's always great. See Baron go down and nobody with a Baron buff at that point. That's awesome. You can tell how easily these games are just swayed back and forth. It's crazy. Even with the 10k gold difference, the red team is still hanging in there with their dear lives. They do have an inhibitor down now, so it's going to be much more difficult. They did get the Baron taken from them, and then the blue team just took Dragon. So they're starting to take. Blue team is starting to take a lot more control over the game than they had before. Jax is going on top, so is Vayne. They're trying to get that Vayne ghost as much as possible, but they were unable to. Ahri's just blowing up. Oh man, they have too many late game carries. They're just getting destroyed. They didn't have half their team there. They initiated on a 3 versus 5, and it started at a 3 versus 2, but it was at the entrance to their base. So it's very possible that red team can just plow through here and just take these towers really easily. Yeah, Jack's gonna take the tower with his ult up to give him a ton of that extra armor, especially with the Taric's passive. Because Taric's passive on his shatter gives him an insane amount of armor. So yeah, everybody gets 30 additional armor. And that's quite a bit. So they do decide to back off after that tower. They don't take the inhibitor, but they do have an exposed inhibitor, and they are starting to come back in this game. They're starting to come back, Every time, this game is a yo-yo. It's back and forth. But it looks like since it hit like 25 minutes, the Vayne and the Jax is almost too intense to handle. We need to start seeing some Darius pentakills going on here really quickly. Also need to get Twitch some defensive items, because he is just getting ripped apart. It does have an Executioner's Calling, which is mildly interesting, because you don't typically see many people with Executioner's Calling. So it does prevent them from healing, which is always nice, but so it's good to use on the Vayne. If they can get a Mordekaiser ult off on the Vayne, and then Executioner's Calling off on the Vayne, and then just auto attack her down. If basically blue team can get a Vayne Ghost, they can win this game. That is probably their primary objective, which is why you see Mordekaiser going all in on the Vayne, trying to get that Ghost as much as possible. It was a good tornado. It was a good Howling Gale, popping up 3 of them. Definitely good, but red team's inhibitor is now respawned. They have 2 more creep waves of super minions, so it's this one and then the one that's coming up, and that's it. That's all the pressure they have, so they either need to utilize those 2 or they need to initiate in on a fight and take another inhibitor or 2. It's very possible that blue might just try to delay it until the next Baron comes out. Ahri was able to get the charm on the Cho'Gath, but I'm assuming that's just because he was super fat. Oh, looks like they're going to initiate it on the fight. Darius flashes out of there. Mordekaiser gets the ult off on the wrong person. I don't think Jax is the right choice, because it's very difficult to kill the Jax. Mordekaiser does end up taking down the Jax though, which is incredible. They do have a Jax Ghost. Alistar does end up going down. Vayne does condemn. Those condemn stuns are just so nasty, because they do like additional damage, and they do so much. Mordekaiser is going to possibly send the Ghost. No, okay, so Vayne is able to fend off the Ghost as much as possible. This is very dangerous, although, yeah, I was scared for that. I was scared for the Twitch and the charm. Once that charm came out, I was almost certain that they were gonna die. They only got 1 inhibitor. The blue team only got 1 inhibitor from this, so it's possible that, yeah, they really need to disengage now that they're all super low. Twitch was able to take the other bottom tower though. I think Twitch needs to get out of here right now before Ahri's Spirit Rush charms him. That could have been really dangerous. But they did what they needed to do. They took down another inhibitor, and then they took down bottom tower. So now red team has 2 exposed inhibitors and 1 down inhibitor. And they also took down 1 of the Nexus turrets. This is crunch time for the red team. The red team has to keep it together. They have to do everything perfectly in order to come back from this fight. It's not only the gold difference to me that matters. A lot of times it's just the map control that they have, and as you can see, blue has their jungle warded like crazy, so they know where their whole team is. They know that Alistar and Vayne just walked up to top, and so they can just group up mid and push, and it'll take them a little bit longer. It'll take red team a little bit longer to group up, and not having Vayne in a fight is going to be huge for the blue team, because they don't want to touch that Vayne. That Vayne's destroying them right now. It's just a combination of the Vayne and the Jax. The Jax is doing really good. I was very surprised that the Mordekaiser was able to kill that Jax. Oh, this is going to be scary. Yeah, so it looks like they might just zone him out and try to take... No, okay, so they're going to disengage. They did use the Shurelya's Reverie to increase their movement speed, but it did not do all what they wanted it to do. Looks like they might start to push back this top wave of minions and then start setting up for Baron. There are currently no wards at Baron, but blue team does have the red team's jungle warded up pretty heavily. Baron just respawned. So this is going to be super, super dangerous. Red team is a little bit behind. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get there before the blue team takes it. Not even close. Darius is kind of hanging out over there. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Probably... So they do see that they have Baron now. They're... Okay, so yeah, they're going to disengage. I thought they were possibly going to bait him into a fight. Bait him into tight corridors. But again, like I said, with Twitch, that's really, really dangerous. Mordekaiser gets instantly gived from all of the CC. Okay, so the spray and pray by Twitch just absolutely rips apart so many people. Jax jumped on him, but Janna's Typhoon was effectively able to maneuver him away. Twitch does the expunge to slow down Vayne and was able to crit her a few times for the kill. And that is going to be a good game. They already have super minions pushed up here, so they don't have to wait for anything. They can just auto-attack this turret down and then take down the Nexus. That was an excellent game. I would watch that again and again and again. That is for sure. These are the types of games I love to cast. Everybody loves running into the Nexus turret, of course. Boom! Victory! Congratulations, blue team.
Victory!